back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Kids on Brooms, right here at Proficiency Bonus. I'm your narrator, Fern Spindlewheel, and we're so glad that you have joined us once again as we continue our tale. Our students are now in the observatory. They've confronted Rosa Rivers and Hamilton Minx, engulfed them in fog, only to find out they were a different type of creature all along. As these large alien-type forms step out of the fog, they were able to use their magical abilities to defeat one of them, sending half of itself to Alistair's room. Boy, that's going to be traumatizing.
I hope it doesn't turn back into, like, half a Hamilton.
Oh god, no.
Oh.
That would be really bad.
You smelled.
And the other one seems to be damaged, but is now like risen to its feet. It has these webs on it that are burning, but it's now engulfed. Its blue light from its armor is glowing, and it's going woo, 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 and the flames are just kind of like flickering around it, cascading this orange light around the room. And all of a sudden, its eyes begin to flash blue, very brightly, looking at all of you. I need all of you to make a grit check.
The lowest stat.
Come on, grit.
Oh my
Harry mode
god.
activate. Okay, my
Michael-
dice exploded.
Michael's trying to kill me. Alright, so what is it? What do I roll? I rolled a D4.
That's
I
not
got a
good.
10. I hope that's
That's-
enough.
I really don't think this is gonna go
No,
well for
I'm not
you.
even gonna roll. I'm just gonna
I'm right
click it
here
on
with
here.
you. All right.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna click it.
Just click the button.
Stat.
I believe in you, Gritty.
No, same thing. This is the highest I can
Okay,
get.
I'm going to give you guys the number so you know if you want to spend adversity tokens or not. The number is a 7. That's what you have to beat.
I can't beat it.
Can't
That
beat
is
it.
quite impossible at this time.
Yeah.
With, the roll and the amount of adversity tokens that I have left.
Same, Julia. Same. We're just
We're just having a great time.
Okay, Alistair rolled a 10.
Yeah, I
This
rolled
is
a
going
10.
very well for us, I
Okay.
must say.
Yeah. We're just
Jameson,
holding our hands.
what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, wow. Are you
Let's
serious?
hold hands as we all just
I rolled a 4.
4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which is within
Julia.
6.
Yeah, it is within 6. Yeah, you're fine. Julia, Medea, and Jameson.
Oh god.
Your muscles freeze,
Oh, fantastic.
and you are just staring at this creature's eyes. You're unable to speak. You're unable to move.
I crashed my broomstick.
Slams down onto the ground. He's still like holding onto the broom like this, and he's just like on the side like that. Alistair, you've resisted it.
I can move freely.
You can move freely. And then
I'm
Alistair,
gonna-
seeing your comrades fall all around you and get like statue frozen. This possibly happened to that professor.
So I'm gonna say I'm just gonna like yell and be like, the place we first met, and then I'm gonna sprint and like jump on this thing and try to teleport both of us to another room.
Okay. Sure. So you
I
sprint up to it.
I
We're
will
just
ride this
jump
thing
onto it.
to Valhalla.
The 3 of us are just going to be sitting there like... And then he'll leave, and we'll have no idea what's happened.
Yeah,
No.
you guys can still, except for Jameson. Jameson landed in a way that he's not facing this direction, so he's just looking at the opposite star wall. Medea and Julia, you're seeing Alistair run towards this creature that's still lit on fire due to the webs, and he leaps towards him and is going to make a check. Teleportation is flight, so you're going to make it based on flight. And the difficulty of this is going to be spell check. I'm going to say 5, 8. Difficulty is going to be a 9.
Ooh, wish me luck. All right. So, for everybody's information, well, let's see how it goes first.
Okay.
We have one bonus. We have a +1 to this.
And since you're casting on a creature, it does get the roll to try to resist as well. So it's like
Sure.
you gotta be able to beat the difficulty to succeed on the spell, and then also have enough to be able to.
Okay, so I got a 12.
You can go ahead and narrate. The difficulty the difficulty was a 9, and the creature also rolled a 9. So
Okay.
you beat both.
So I will have teleported us both back to Professor Spindlewheel's classroom.
Okay. Okay.
Initially, I wanted to like just teleport me like up in the air and just ride the thing down to the ground like a ballistic missile, but no, I'm gonna port us both back there,
Okay.
hoping that the professor is at least in class or something.
Okay, I can't remember what time of day it is. I think it's the weekend, right?
It
Because
was
you
the
guys-
weekend, yeah.
So
Weekend.
It was Saturday.
classroom- The
Can I
classroom will
make a-
probably
can I
be.
make a
You would
minor-
know it's probably empty. Like there probably
Okay,
isn't
so-
anybody in his classroom.
Minor revision then.
But would the teacher still be there? Like making like
so-
lesson plans?
Could be. Hard to
So
say.
instead of that, I would like to do the main entrance hall of the building.
Oh, right where Terry had scorched the table.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So I'm gonna pop us like right there in the middle of everything.
Okay, so you teleport and slam down onto the ground with this creature still engulfed in flame, and you guys just like slam down onto the floor, kind of like rolling across as you come out of this teleport, and it slowly begins to start like rising to its feet, and you hear commotion through the double doors to your left as people are still decorating for the dance currently. And all these like students and some faculty members start looking over and like, what's going on? What is that?
I'm going to point my wand at my throat and amplify my voice as much as I possibly can
Okay.
and troll in the dungeon this thing. I'm just gonna like shout that monster on the loose, anyone help, and then I'm gonna try to like run away from it.
Okay. For a runaway, go ahead and make. Oh, let's do the spell check first. It's going to be very easy to amplify your voice. That's going to be a difficulty of 4, and it's most likely going to be what's a spell that like enhances your abilities?
That's it. Ogre in the dungeon.
Ogre in a dungeon. That's right. Enhancement
I
of
guess
abilities.
Charm?
You want to influence, create illusion, modify your appearance. Yeah, I think charm would probably work the best. Yeah.
I have no
That's all
bonuses to it, so wish me luck. Did I
Nope.
just roll? Nope. I rolled a 3.
Yeah,
And it's magic, right?
It's magic, so yeah, the D4 is definitely going to help you succeed. Oh yeah.
Okay, well, roll 20. Thank you for your assistance today.
So these shouts resonate all throughout the hall, and you see one student come running out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, wait, it's Terry.
Oh,
And Terry comes running, and you said you were going to try to run away?
yeah.
Go ahead and make a flight check as it tries to reach out and grab you to prevent you from running away from it.
We're gonna make a flight check. No bonus. All right. I just got a 6 out of that.
You got a 6? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see how it does. It rolls an 8.
Oh boy.
Do you have any adversity tokens?
Nope, I burned them all.
All
I
right.
burned them all to do
So
the thing.
It reaches out and grabs like the back of your collar, and you can hear that resonant voice of this creature as it's like grabbing a hold of you. And then Terry like yells at you, like, "Alistair, get away from it!" And you watch as he's starting to like swing his what he didn't use his ring. He starts
Yeah,
swinging
he had a
his
ring,
ring
yeah.
around. It starts the like symbols in the ring start to glow a fiery red.
I'm gonna be like, "Come on, Grandma, help us!" It was his grandmother and his mother in his
No,
glasses.
it's his mother and his dad.
So
His mother and his dad.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then all of a sudden, this creature lets loose its grasp upon you. And it falls to its knees. And you're looking at it, and there's a kind of like a hole through its chest. It's still glowing with some kind of green magical aura. And it goes and falls onto its face down in front of you. And standing behind the creature, holding a wand, is a humanoid individual in a brown cloak. Looks like it has dirt all over the cloak. He's just standing there holding this wand towards where that creature fell. And he looks over and sees all the people coming. He sees Terry going like that and swiftly casts the wand over to the double doors and closes the double doors before Terry can get there. And rushes up to you, Alistair. Removes a hood from his head. You can see a man there, a human man. Looks like he hasn't shaven in months.
Does he smell like he hasn't shaved in months?
Yeah, he smells pretty nasty.
Oh boy.
He comes up to you and he like holds your shoulders. He's like, "You see? You see? They didn't believe me.
Who are you?
I tried to warn them all. I tried to warn them all. You've been at the school for a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
You recognize this individual. This is the former astronomy professor that resigned at the end of last year. This is Wendell Candlelight. I tried to warn everybody. I tried to warn everybody, but they wouldn't listen.
Professor, what are these things?
They come from the stars. They come from Alnalan. The pearl of the sky. Okay, we must find it. We must find my journal. We must find my book. Quickly, and he kind of like grabs you and starts like rushing you like up the steps.
What do we do with that thing?
It's okay. And he like casts a magic spell towards the door, and it looks like you can see like the like glowing like magically seals like those two doors close. So he basically like locked everybody into the like chamber. He's like, quickly, we must go find it. The headmistress, she took it. It's in her office.
Does this book sound familiar? Does it seem like the one that Julia has, or is it?
You're not really sure. He said it like it was like his notes.
Okay.
Like,
so I'll follow. I'll like sprint and follow him to the office.
The rest of you, your limbs slowly start to move. As it seems whatever spell or whatever was holding you here seems to have been released. And you guys regain your motor functions, your motor skills once again. As you're all standing there lying around.
Because I crashed, first thing I check is my wand okay?
Yeah, it's laying on the floor there on the ground, but it looks fine.
Okay, second thing I check is who okay?
Okay, you
My
check
cat
on...
owl.
Oh,
Owl
yeah.
cat.
Yeah, your owl cat seemed to have kind of been hiding out underneath your robes during all this,
Okay.
and is safe and sound.
Okay.
Julia, you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. But Jameson, I do think that in the future you should be much more careful with explosions when there are friends around. I know you like to have fun. I know you like to make things explode. It's very visually appealing. However, Medea and Alistair could have been seriously hurt.
Julia, listen.
Wait a minute, where is
Alistair just
Alistair?
teleported away with a thing, right? So
Yes,
we
we'll
probably
continue this.
you can
Just
yell
know
at me
that
later.
we can continue this.
I instantly take off.
Take my
As
hand.
someone argue, I just take
Guys,
off.
wait, take my hands real quick.
I start running after Medea.
Well, while they run, if they don't take my hands, then I just I'm gonna teleport to the cafeteria because that's where I think I first met Alistair.
Okay.
I don't remember where we first met, and he said where we first met, so I teleport to the
We'll get
cafeteria.
on my broom.
Yeah, get on your broom. There you go. Yeah.
I'll get on my break too.
Okay.
I just take off this keychain that I have and open my hand. It's like a little wooden broom of where the broom bristles are is actually the face of a screaming woman. And it's all white. And it suddenly, once I open it up, take it off my keychain, it expands big enough so I can just hop right on, and I'll go zooming down
Okay.
out of the observatory.
Okay. And Julia seems to be on her broom, following right behind you, Medea, as you guys are zinging. So you're trying to teleport to the dining area.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and you're going to make, this is a flight check.
Yep.
Difficulty on this would be, this is going to be, have you ever teleported?
Yes. Conjuration, or that class is my favorite class, so I practice
yeah.
that. I'm working on my own spell for that kind of stuff, but I haven't used it yet in front of you guys.
Perfect. I'm going to say that this difficulty is instantaneous. Difficulty on this is only going to be a 7 for you.
I rolled a 16.
Nice.
Did it.
Nice. So go ahead. You actually succeeded amazingly. So you can describe that and another narrative benefit that you get. And currently, when you teleport to this place, this is the place that the guy on the other side of the story just sealed shut, and everybody's decorating for the dance. So you're going to teleport right in the midst of all these people that are inside.
I teleport. I just kind of jump, vroom, appear in the cafeteria.
Yeah, so
right on top of a table where there was a bunch of papers, and I
Okay.
scatter all the papers again.
Yes.
Chaos.
All these flyers go flying through the air, feather falling back and forth as they gently rest onto the floor of the chamber. Everybody seems startled, and they look towards you as they're hanging different decorations and using magic little mage hands to hang things up from the ceiling and everything. Looks pretty nice. Looks like they're getting it all ready for a very extravagant ball. But now you're standing in the middle of the table that somebody was bringing nice silvered platters out onto.
Hey, you, first year.
What?
Have you seen Alistair?
You know what? It was strange. He was out there, and you can see Terry and a couple other students and a professor are actually looking at the door, and they're trying to push the door open. They're just. There was something out there, and he cried out something about a monster, and then the doors closed.
I knew it was the cafeteria. I'll try to teleport out into that hallway.
Okay, go ahead and
Again.
make your same check. And Medea and Julia, where are you guys headed? Because you don't know where he teleported to.
We said the first time we met. So that could be different depending on who worded it.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably first time she probably met Alistair, probably I guess she had to think about in school. So probably the main entrance.
Okay. So Julia,
And
you're following?
I would like to think that we discuss this for a moment together and come to that conclusion and go in the same direction.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys quickly, as you're flying, discuss. You guys zoom down these the staircase, and at that point, what did you roll, Jameson?
18.
You guys see Jameson pop up. You guys can see what appears to be a lifeless corpse of this alien-like creature just laying there.
Where's Alistair?
So I teleported to the cafeteria because I thought that might be where he was, because I think that's the first place I met him. And turns out he did pass by here, obviously, I guess. But now, I don't really know.
Did Alistair do that? And I pointed
Apparently.
the circle through his chest. That's rather impressive. Well, are there any... Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We were in a chamber that had been wet and foggy and everything. Is there a chance that there are damp footprints?
Or soot.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead and
Very smart.
make a brains
Yeah.
check, Julia. Yeah, soot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine alien juice is probably on the floor as well.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say what
Whatever
you're
that
drinking. I'm sorry.
That's a-
You didn't say alien juice as he was just like taking a sip.
That's a
Yeah,
7.
not a very good flavor there. A 7.
Mhm.
There are not only footsteps that look like moisture, but there are also like little clumps of dirt that lead.
I would like to point that out and say, well, I think that might be a good direction to start. And I start, like, following after it.
Okay. Are you
All
still
right.
on your broom?
Yeah.
Okay, so Julia begins to zoom back up the stairs, where she's like following like this little trail that looks like moisturized footsteps and dirt piles.
Yeah, I'll hop on my broom and follow.
Okay, you guys zoom up. Alistair, back to you. This guy seems to be leading you down. He knows exactly where he's going, and you kind of get an idea. He's leading you. I don't know if you've ever been to the headmistress's office before for anything in the school.
Oh yeah.
So you can clearly tell he's going to the administrative offices.
I've definitely been a character witness for Jameson a handful of times.
That's it. Yes. You're headed right up there, and it's wild because everybody currently is getting ready for the dance, like even the administration, even the professors. So not everybody is kind of in their work environments. So you guys go up there, and he magically like unlocks the door to the administrative offices and just walks right in. And it's dark inside. Like there's not really anything going on. There's desks all around, and makes his way. He's kind of dragging you along, Alistair. Is there anything that you'd be doing during all this, or just kind of following along with him?
I'm probably gonna be like keeping close to his heels, so he doesn't have to be dragging me. Like he knows I'm like right behind him, or like just maybe off to the side so I'm in eyesight.
Okay.
I'll probably have my wand ready,
Mhm.
but otherwise just kind of like trying to puzzle out like what his deal is.
Okay. The rest of you, since you're using your brooms and you're following this, you'd realize, and Jameson, you pick up on this really quick. Oh my goodness, they're going to the administrative tower. They're going to the administrative offices. You know this path. You've been here. You've walked this path before. In all your glory. And you guys kind of pick up the pace a little bit, and you actually get there right to see Alistair's cloak kind of disappear into the main office chamber. What do you guys do?
I stop and I get off my broom. Do I notice that Jameson is uncomfortable?
You didn't really see his face. You only saw you just caught a glimpse of his cloak, like walking in. It looks like whatever he's doing it on his own, under his own will.
All right. I will continue walking down the hall towards the administrative office then, after I get off my broom.
Okay. Jameson and Medea following as well.
I will get off my broom, but I want to be... How lit is this corridor? I'm pretty sure it's bright enough where we can see.
The hallways are lit with like magical torches.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just want to turn invisible and follow.
Okay, invisible. That is, I believe that's going to be a flight check for you.
Okay. It's not bad.
And the difficulty is going to be. Have you made yourself? Has your character made themselves invisible before?
Twice, but not like that's not like her main to go spell.
Okay.
But she has done it before in class. I feel like she learned the spell in class.
Okay, how long do you want it to last?
Um, only for like I'm gonna be moving fast, so probably like only like 3 minutes, a
Okay.
couple minutes.
Difficulty on this is going to be an above average 10 for you.
And I'm with my magic die, right?
Yep. You can add your magic die and any adversity tokens if you got them.
Even with my adversity token, that will only bring a 9. You said 10, right?
Yeah, 10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so only a 9.
Unfortunately, you've done it a few times, but just the intensity of the situation and just your heart's beating a little bit heavier after all these last few moments of this traumatizing experience for all of you.
Yeah.
It just makes it hard, and you're unable to cloak yourself in this invisibility spell. So you can take an adversity token.
Oh, yep. Hey!
Yeah.
So I will curse under my breath because I'm getting very frustrated and trying to not completely lose everything, but my brain is kind of like, oh shit, like this is going to go bad very fast. Hope he's doing this on his own court. What was that thing? Her mind is just racing.
Okay.
So she can't even focus.
All right. Jameson,
I don't get off my broom.
You don't get off your broom? Staying on the broom?
No, I don't want my footprints to be tracked. You don't prank a prankster. And the headmistress is a big prankster, probably the best. So we have respect.
Okay. True.
But I don't want to be tracked because I don't want her to prank me. So
you guys make your way into the room, and you can see it's darker in here, but you can see there is an individual who has some light gleaming from the tip of his wand. It's an older individual. Those of you that would have been here at the school, which I think is all of you, you guys have all been here for a number of years. You recognize, it takes a moment to recognize him, but underneath the beard and the matted hair is definitely the old astronomy teacher, Professor Candlelight. And he is holding this light up, and he looks around, sees that more people have arrived, and he's like, good. They didn't believe me.
Professor.
Right. What?
Insight check.
Insight
Okay.
check.
Beautiful.
Is this really the professor, or is this maybe somebody pretending to be the professor?
Okay,
Yeah.
go to make a brains check for this.
Okay.
The difficulty on this is going to be a 6.
Okay.
Oh, Jameson.
This is just a stat, correct?
Yes, stat check.
Okay. Nope. 3.
You're not sure.
We're not rolling good, guys.
Yeah, we're not rolling good today.
I'm rolling great. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's because you defy laws in physics.
Oh, I could have done that differently, but it's all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Does a failure mean like you're not sure? You just kind of accept reality as it's presented to you.
Kind of like, yeah, you just kind of seems like it's accepted reality from what you can gauge. You do get an adversity token, by the way, Jameson, for that failure.
All right.
I suppose that's the only positive about failing checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We failed so many today, we have many adversity tokens.
Crazy.
He's like, my notebook. My notebook. We need my notebook.
All right. What does it look like?
It's
What's going on here?
It's a leather bound a book with a with stars upon the cover.
Stars.
Yes, I think the headmistress she took it before they forced me to resign from my position.
Is there a bookshelf inside?
Oh, there must be. It must be in the headmistress's office. Back here, and he starts leading you down one of the hallways off the corner of this main office area.
I will cast a glance at my companions and follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch everybody's eye and just be like,
I look at Jameson like, what is going on here?
I don't really know. I mean, like, I thought that I thought there was a bigger scandal.
I'm gonna whisper back and be like, he kind of blew a hole in the thing that was capturing me, so that was.
Oh, so it wasn't you.
Oh,
well, I suppose that makes more sense.
I
perhaps
will
we
take
should
that personally, but no problem.
As this guy is leading, kind of aggressively charging down this hallway, he stops. Wait. And he shines his light down the hall, the dark hall, and the door to the headmistress's office is a little ajar by about 2 inches.
Oh no.
Oh. And he starts.
Professor?
Yes.
It's not your journal, but we do have this book that was recovered from the students that were in the observatory. I don't know if it would help at all, but we did recover this from them. And I'd like to take out the book from the library.
Oh, he immediately, his eyes widen. Wait, where did you found that in the library?
Yes, we had been following these students for quite some time. They were acting very strangely, and we knew something was up. And they were retrieving this from the library, and we managed to switch the books at the last minute.
And almost before you can stop talking, like it's like he grabs it from your hands, and he grabs the book, and he takes it, and he's like,
right.
wait, it's, and he starts flipping through pages, and then he shines the light. This, and he holds it up, and there's that rune, that circular rune that has like the omega kind of symbol.
Yes.
He shines towards it.
What does it mean?
They're trying to transfer realities and make it permanent.
All right.
They're
that
going to
isn't
take.
that.
They're going to take their world and shift it and make it become permanent on our world, sending our world to theirs.
And how do we keep that from happening exactly?
We must destroy this book, and we must find my notes.
All right.
And he closes it very quickly and hands it back to you.
Okay.
Be careful with that. There is much power in that text.
I will be careful. I put it back where it was. I would like to sneak over to the headmistress's room, hoping to either peek inside or put my ear against the door before entering.
Okay, go ahead and make a brains check. Anybody else doing anything at this time?
I'm like, when he was saying all that, I'm starting to formulate a plan. So like, I'm kind of like worked out. Like I'm not mentally present visibly. Like I'm clearly staring into the middle distance.
Alistair, do me a favor. As you're describing this, I want you to make a brains check as well.
Sure.
That is a 9 for a brains check.
Oh yeah, your perception on this was only a 4 difficulty.
All right.
So you definitely succeeded. And Jameson, anything as this professor's talking that Jameson or Medea would be doing?
Can I kind of like put my wand up to my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to try to cast like something similar to sending.
Okay.
To the headmistress.
Okay.
Just be like, are you okay?
Are you just gonna say, "Are you okay?" to the headmistress?
You're sending a "you up" text to the headmistress.
Also, I mean, like, I really don't want to get in trouble with you. So, like, the old astronomy teacher is about to go into your office. Okay, bye.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make a spell check to see if this works.
All right.
So you're going to, let's see what this is going to be. It's not fight, that's for sure. We're being heard. What's like communication? It's probably going to be decoding magical messages is brains.
It'd be kind of like a magical message, I guess. So,
Yeah, probably a brains check.
okay.
Let's see what the difficulty this is going to be. I imagine you've probably done this before.
Oh yeah, in class.
Mhm.
Just kind of like pretending to scratch my head with my wand and like just saying like "boo" to Medea to freak her out.
Difficulty on this is going to be a 5. Medea, anything that you are doing during this?
He's literally so he's saying that he whatever those things wanted to shift realities, basically.
Uh-huh.
Wanted to make okay.
Basically, from the gist of what you're getting, your world would get shifted with theirs. Not just, like, imagine, like, your school being teleported somewhere else, and then in the place of it, something else being put in its place.
Okay. Um
My brains check is in the text.
I saw it. That's very
So-
good. You definitely succeeded.
Alright.
And I'll get to yours first,
Yeah.
and then we'll get to Julia's, and then we'll
I think
all this
I
is kind of
will
happening at the
just
same time.
Work it,
so
work it
it's-
in a
I'll
circle.
work it
Yeah.
in a circle. Yeah.
I think I will just I'm gonna try cast invisibility again.
Okay, sure. Go
Try
right
to
on ahead.
focus because now I feel like we really need this book. So
Sure. It's going to be the same difficulty. It's still going to be that 10.
okay.
Just because of lack of practice in this situation. So,
Mhm.
so
I take a big breath and say, "Focus, Medea."
Alistair, you remember, you guys all kind of shrugged it off and didn't realize what was being said. But Terry mentioned to you one time about when you guys found out these guys were from the School of the Stars. He mentioned something about some kind of meteorite in some kind of alternate reality of some sorts. And you're starting to think Terry might actually have been right about all this. How'd you do there, Medea? Can you hear us?
That is the math face if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that's the math face. I'm hoping that.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, my internet went down to red again.
Oh, sorry. How'd you do?
Not too good. That's an 8 is again.
An
I
8?
rolled an 8.
Oh.
Can't focus.
You get
Did
another
this fizzle out?
get another adversity token. Julia, you put your head up against the door, and there's something moving around in the headmistress's office. You can hear what sounds like drawers being opened, things falling onto the floor. Sounds like somebody is rustling around in there. And Jameson, at about the same time, you get a response back in your mind. It says, Professor Candlelight? What's he doing here? He's been sent away. That crazy fool. How do you know?
I will put my wand back up to my head again. So
I'm gonna say for
It's-
this, you don't have to make a check. I'm just gonna keep you kind of communicating back and forth.
okay. There was kind of like long story. Anyways, there was a giant monster in the hallway. He killed it. Said he knew about it, and now we're with him, about to walk into your office.
Jameson, you do not go into my office.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be right there.
All right. I park my broom. I do not move.
Julia, you're hearing somebody rustling around inside.
May I peek through to see if I recognize whoever's inside?
You look inside, but it's dark. It's hard to see. Like, you can see there's obviously movement going on, but it's like some kind of silhouetted dark figure.
Does it sound like it is, humanoid or a monster? Would I know? I don't know.
You're
if I
not
would be-
you're not hearing those sounds that you heard from.
All right. Okay. I would like to prep my web again
Okay.
and quickly open the door. Web.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. So you're gonna make a spell check. And I'm going to. It's gonna be that same. Was it fight that we said before for your web?
believe so.
Julie, on this, the difficulty is gonna be a 6.
All right. I believe I can do that. Yes, that is an 8.
An 8. You guys watch. Julia, basically like does the door kick, and go ahead and narrate.
So basically, I put my ear against the door and I hear someone rustling around. I prep myself, I take a breath, and I knock it with my shoulder and flick my wand at the same time.
And you guys see that magical energy seem to go from the wand, and you hear, and then as something falls behind the headmaster's desk. It's too dark to see, but you definitely hit whatever it was and have caught it in your web.
Is there a light switch? Or
Mo-
candles, perhaps?
most of them are lit magically with like candles or a chandelier above your head or these lanterns that are around. Yeah, there's multiple light sources.
Can I turn the lights on in the chandelier above?
You turn the lights on, and as they slowly start to glow, you see within your web, you have caught Heather Pat
I thought so.
laying on the floor, kind of starting, and then you're watching her. She begins to transform.
Oh no.
And the
how big is she? She's not that big, right?
No. And so transforming is starting to grow her size, and it's starting to break the webs.
Oh no. Guys. Haha.
Can I like peek in the door on my broom?
Yeah, everybody can go in if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going in. I'm just looking through the door.
Sure. Yes.
Can I animate the desk to move and just like hug the person? Just wrap itself around it and then like solidify again?
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. Make this is
May I assist him?
yes, you may.
Then I will spend my last adversity token that I have and give you a +2.
Actually, you know what? Hold on 1 second. I think since it's a spell check, I don't think it can be assisted by that way, unless it says so in your special ability.
It says
Because it's all spell checks are considered what are called snap decisions, so
mm,
no other player can really help by giving adversity tokens for the snap decisions. So
all right.
technically, I know it's a conjuration effect, but you're still trying to restrict the opponent.
Yeah.
So that would fall more under fight than it would for flight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fight magic check.
All right.
You've done this before. Definitely bending the rules of reality. Difficulty on this is going to be a 10 for you.
Okay. That's a lot. Oh, yes. That explodes.
Oh boy.
There we go.
6, 7, 8, 9. I'll use an adversity token to make that a 10.
Okay. You cast your spell. The desk animates. Go ahead and describe how it does what you were saying it was going to do.
So is this like a desk that has like drawers in it, or is this just like a 4-legged desk?
It's like an office desk.
Okay.
It does have
So the
I mean it
office-
does have 4 legs, but it has drawers on the opposite side.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming it has like the wall on the back and then like the opening for the legs on the front.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the desk will like start moving and start creaking and like bending really weird, and it'll turn and it'll just like swallow the transforming kid into like that little cubby area and just surround it as much as it can and like break itself down
Okay.
and just like hold on to it and then solidify again.
Okay, you have succeeded on your check. But as this is basically an attack against opposite creature, it gets to try to roll to resist.
Yeah.
It rolled a 13.
Oh,
no.
So you've wound it up. I mean, if you have enough adversity tokens to get to the 13,
I only have 2.
okay. Basically what it does is as it transforms, it flexes and makes the desk explode into shards and splinters of wood across the room. And this thing just makes the headmistress's desk basically do the same thing the fog did when you put them in past few minutes. It explodes across the room, and you hear that familiar sound once again as this thing is now in the room. It's still laying prone there. What would the rest of you be doing?
So I am in the room. Julia's in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Medea's out of the room. Jameson is out of the room. Where is Professor Candlelight?
He's still out in the hallway. He hasn't really gotten a chance to respond yet to this, but
Gotcha. I'm going to close the door and use my portcullis spell to make it go somewhere else. So
Okay.
I'm going to be in this room, so this door will open from our side into another area.
okay. Got it.
I'm going to have it open into the cafeteria.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check. I think it was a flight difficulty 10, was it?
Something.
I think that's what we did with
close.
Portcullis.
Yeah. Magic. Bonus penalty 1. Submit. Oh no!
Oh.
Hold on. I still got. Oh no! So that's a 7.
Any adversity tokens?
No, I burned them all.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, you gain one now.
So I close the door, try to cast it, and open the door and see everybody else.
Professor
standing
Candlelight's
there
like
still,
sitting
and
there
it's
like
like-
showing.
It's like, well, that didn't work. And I'm gonna kind of like gesture like Professor Candlelight.
He's like, what was that?
An attempt at a trap.
Okay. This creature in the room is now starting to stand up, and it sees Julia across the room from it. And it basically does one of those things like the Iron Man like fly charge towards Julia. It starts flying towards you. Gonna shoulder check you, Julia. I need you to you can either try to like hold your ground, or you can try to like jump out of the way. It's your choice on how you want to try to avoid this.
I would like to try to jump out of the way.
Okay, that's gonna be flight for you, and this is a stat check.
I'm rather good at flight.
Okay.
I have a +1, so right, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. Would you like to spend any adversity tokens or anything?
Sure. I'll spend my last one for a 9.
Okay.
Please.
Good. Let's just say it rolled much better.
Oh, all right.
And it shoulder checks you. And you go flying into some bookshelves into the back of the room. And you
Lovely.
slam and you hit your head really hard on the back of these bookshelves. And as you come tumbling down, you are completely dazed. And all these books start like falling over on top of you. You are
Excellent.
You are pretty badly hurt right now for the remainder of this little encounter right now. As
Great.
you're like,
I don't move.
okay.
I stay there for a second.
Is there any holes or any openings in this construct?
It doesn't really appear to be like a construct. It appears to be some type of alien humanoid that's covered in some metal armor.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to try something very new.
Ooh.
Something very new that I've been working on. I am going. This might be a little dark, but let's see.
Nonsense.
It's gonna be
Cadabra.
crucified. I'm going to do a curse.
Okay.
But I am going to make it like, I guess, yeah, this would be like spiders that are inside of its mouth. Like, try to place it in the end.
Oh no.
Pretty dark.
Oh.
This is something really she never done before, but is a curse.
Okay. Oh
This
boy.
is a curse.
So are you making it appear to like it perceives this, or that it's actually happening?
I'm going to say like it perceives this, but it's like psychic damage.
Right.
It's literally one of those things
Right.
is like literally messed up.
This is probably gonna fall under charm then,
Okay.
because you're this
That's
is
my
more of like
sacrifice.
well, hold on one second. Let me look at brains, but I think charm's probably gonna be better. You're higher in charm, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My highest stat is fight,
Yeah.
but
It's
charm
definitely.
is the second.
I think it's gonna be charm for this, and
Yeah.
difficulty.
It's like a straight out curse.
Okay.
Alright.
Wow.
Curse of spider teeth. Nice.
Literally think that there is spiders inside of you and you have to talk them up.
Okay, so since you said you're still practicing this, so that's gonna be. I'm gonna say it falls under the witness category. You haven't had. Well, I'll say cast before, so that's 1. So the
Okay.
difficulty on this is going to be an 8.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
That's if you just want it to last a few minutes. Do you want to hold this curse for a long time?
I want it for a few minutes, so it's
yeah,
kind
so-
of like an overall kind of damage kind of thing, like
Yeah.
lingering.
It'll be just like a minute's long effect. So yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
8 difficulty for this, using your charm.
Did I still roll that D4?
Is that a D4 for your? Yeah. You use your D4 for magic.
Okay. Plus, I got a +1 in magic because the unicorn string. That is 16.
Wow. So you definitely succeeded. You succeeded extraordinarily. The creature tried to resist and only got a 6. So that means
Nice.
that you did enough to be able to badly hurt this creature. So I want you to go ahead and describe this outcome of your curse.
Okay. So she kind of steps through the door, and she points her wand directly at it, and you see that her wand, the tip of her wand turns completely black.
Mhm.
And the creature begins to, as it was standing over Julia, it twitches for a bit. And then you see like the mouth, whatever mouth piece it has, it begins to bubble, and you just see spiders crawl out.
Nice.
Like big, fuzzy, like tarantula, black widows, all of them.
It begins to make terrible sounds as this is taking place, and it falls to its knees, and it's like, it's trying to like, it's grabbing its head, and you can see the blue lights in his eyes kind of like flicking brightly and like on and off and on and off, and it just seems to be grabbing itself there on the floor, as now you caused it to stumble down. Professor Candlelight comes into the room, and he casts a spell towards the creature, and it seems to wrap the creature up in some kind of magical energied rope. It seems to be glowing and glistening with almost like electrical energy that seems to be zapping from it, and it wraps up the creature as it's still kind of holding its hands over its head, and looks at all of you and we captured it. We have it. We have it. And then at that point, you guys hear stumbling into the room behind you guys, half made up, wearing a dress. Half of her hair has been done, but the other half hasn't been done yet. Partially has makeup on. The headmistress walks in with a couple of her office assistants, and they
Excuse me, headmistress. Can I enter your room to check on my friend who's really hurt on the floor over there?
Someone's hurt? Why did they go into my office?
There was a giant monster in your office. Can I check on my friend, please?
Oh, yes, Jameson. Yes, Jameson.
Alright.
And they kind of run. Alistair! Looks over towards Alistair. Medea! Oh, wait. Is that Julia?
Yeah, I'm like lifting her up like slowly off of the floor.
Can we say this was student council business?
I'm not a part of the student council, so
That's
this
why you were
isn't,
outside.
I'm not.
That's
this
why you were
isn't-
outside.
this isn't student council business. Your desk was my fault. I'll take full responsibility.
I mean, excuse my manners, but you don't see that? And I point towards the...
She comes in farther down the hall and then starts seeing that thing, and she just goes, "What in the world is that thing? Professor
evening,
Candlelight, what are you doing here?" And he's just like, See, I told you. I tried to warn all of you, but you wouldn't believe me. I tried to warn the rest, but you shut me up. You made me leave the school." And you can see a little bit of a glimmer of somewhat regret in the headmistress's eyes as they're having this like quick exchange. And Professor Candlelight runs over to where like that creature was like meddling around with things and pulls out this book. And it looks like this notebook that has pages kind of diagonally like sticking out of it and like stuffed into it, like post-it notes and stuff just like rolling out of it. Has stars like engraved in the front cover. You see, it was all here. It was all here. They were trying to replace us. They were going to take our knowledge. They were going to take our space here. They were going to take our school.
Not to interrupt, there's another one of these giant monsters just laying in the main hallway outside of the cafeteria, and then there's another one in the astrology room.
Technically,
this is
there's half of one in the
one.
astronomy
Yeah.
tower, and the other
Oh,
half is
that's
probably
alright.
in my room.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
evening, Headmistress. I know that this may sound rather crazy, but we have had quite a night, and this was not the only creature. And I do think that although it may sound crazy, we ought to believe the professor at this time. And I try to find the other book because a bookshelf fell on me, and I had the other book, so I'm like trying to
You're gonna hide
find
it.
the other book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let's go ahead and make a brains check as you're looking for this book. Everybody else make a brains check too.
That's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay.
Uh,
Man, there's a lot of books laying around you
Oh,
now.
goodness.
You can't.
Yeah, I got an 18.
You can't seem to find it, Julia.
a 10.
10.
Julia looks very frustrated, and she's just like holding her head and like just pushing books out of the way to try to find it.
Can I try to like heal her? Is there a heal spell?
Yes. Yeah, healing is in this.
I'll just try to heal her. Because I don't know how to do like medical attention.
Please don't heal her with potassium.
No.
Mm.
I'm smarter than that.
Healing. Healing falls under grit.
Okay. That's gonna be really bad, but
And also, what did you guys roll for your brains checks?
9.
9,
And a 10.
10,
18.
18. You guys all.
You
guys-
the chat.
You guys all get the vibe, except for Julia. Julia's not really paying attention. She's looking around on the floor, meddling through books. You guys all get the vibe that there is the professor, Candlelight, and the headmistress probably don't get along very well. Like there's some history here, or maybe some bad blood, and that might have had something to do with everything that happened prior to this, and why maybe she didn't believe him or had him resign. But that's the vibe you're getting. Like there's some kind of bad blood. But yeah, Julia, you're looking around. You can't seem to find it.
Can't find the book.
Can I help her find it?
Sure. You can. You got anybody who wants to try to help her find it? You can make a brains check. As
Okay.
brains is perception. Go ahead and make your heal check. That's going to be based off
And
of
again.
it was grit,
it's
right?
grit. Yeah, grit.
I rolled 10. I got a 3, a 4 exploding, and then
Oh
a 3.
yeah. You
Oh
got
wait,
it.
dude, if you roll like your whatever on your die is.
The highest, yeah.
Oh, so
Um,
mine's exploded again then.
Oh,
So I guess
few-
20.
20.
A few of my-
Nice.
A few of my checks may have been exploding that I didn't realize.
Yeah,
before,
I didn't
but-
know mine can explode.
But that's all right.
so-
We're here now.
Maybe that's why the
I
dice
get-
rolls were.
I get an adversity for failing
Oh,
to
yeah.
find the book.
You
Right?
get a point for that. But as you're looking, you see Medea kind of slowly looking, and Medea, you find the book, and you're kind of keeping it hidden from the other professors.
Mm.
But you have it. I don't know what you want to do with it. You can narrate what you want to do with it, or if you just keep it to yourself for right now.
Which book is it's the Omega book, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of keep that to myself for
Okay.
a bit.
Tuck it in your robes. Yeah, that's good.
Mm.
And after this, like, it seems like the professor or the headmistress is kind of like, got quite a mess to clean up here, and yeah, you all. And she just looks at all of you and just like, you all should really go get ready for that dance.
Right, the dance.
I'm gonna take my wand and I spray her with like a healing, like healing spray, like in
Like
Pokemon.
Yeah.
It just like sprays her head, and then you feel
Thank you.
better.
Thank you very much, Jameson. That's very kind of you.
No problem.
Do you need assistance cleaning your office, headmistress? We didn't mean to make such a mess or commotion.
No, it's perfectly fine. It seems that I've missed some things, and I need to look back and I guess reassess everything that's happened and see if there's any extra precautions I need to start preparing for.
Were there just 3 kids or were there 4 kids?
There were 3
There
kids.
was Rose.
There were 3?
Hayden,
Okay.
And then wasn't one that was
Heather.
like laughing?
Okay.
That was Hamilton.
That was Hamilton.
couldn't-
Yeah.
I couldn't
Hamilton was
remember if there was a
awful.
4th one or not.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
horrible laugh. Okay.
Yep.
Perhaps we should start with unlocking everyone who's trapped, Alistair. I don't know if you did that, but I do believe there's a large group of people that currently is locked inside a space.
Professor Candlelight, can you dismiss that from here?
No, I'll have to walk down there to do it. But honestly, I mean, I didn't expect it to last too long. With other professors present, I'm sure that one of them will probably dispel it.
I was in the cafeteria. None of them were trying to dispel it.
You were only in there for like 3 seconds, and then you
Yeah.
camped out. So,
But they weren't.
You don't
They
know.
were just looking and pushing.
Yeah,
So
Oh dear God.
but at this point, what happens? We'll kind of just do a little bit of a time skip. Is basically you guys head out. Julia still got a little bit of a headache, but the healing kind of covered up. You probably had like a laceration on the back of your head where you hit it off the bookshelf, and Jameson was able to close it magically. That there's no more bleeding. Alistair, just a few moments later, we pan to you, walking in to your room, into your dorm, to your chamber.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And you just stop and look, and lying on your bed is the top half of one of these grotesque alien-looking creatures. One arm is draped down onto the floor from the bed, and the ooze that is spewing from this creature is completely like soaked into your mattress, into your bed sheets, and is dripping off the sides of your bed frame.
I'm gonna close the door, turn around, portcullis, open it to Jameson's room. I'm just gonna take a nap there instead.
Oh. I thought he was about to throw the body into Jameson's room. I was like, wow.
No, he like after all that, he just looks at it. He's like, nah, not this room, and he just closes the door and goes to a different one.
Fun fact: my bed is perfectly made. Nice, crisp, tucked corners.
And it's
Really
not
good.
It's not anymore because Alistair is now laying in it.
Yeah.
and he's taking a nap. And that's where we're going to end this story arc of Kids on Brooms.
Yay!
Well done, everybody. Well done.
Yay!
Oh, man. That was
magical
great.
shenanigans.